So good evening, sir. So we will begin with our weekly activities. We are from group 1 Yin and Yang Clan, which is mind over matter. So before we will begin with our reflection, I would like to introduce you to our group members, which is Karina, Hugh Chanwei, Shita Dikov, which is me, Bun Chunyon, and also Ko Wempo. So for weekly activity, we have done 4 weekly activities. The first one, it is logo, which is in individual. Also is individual. However, for the storyboard and also for the power tool, it's in group. I will display each of the members when they are presenting. However, our storyboard is this, which is this, and also our power tool. Power tool link is displayed here, and all the slides are here. So later, sir can watch it. So we will begin with our reflection. So the first person to reflect will be Karina.
Hi, sorry. Hi, sir, and everyone. My name is Karina, and I'll begin with my reflection. So, basically, in the first week, we did our individual logo and poster, and it has to be based on our awareness campaign, which, for our group, we chose to do mental health among university students. So, basically, this is my logo design, and I chose green as the main color because green is the official awareness color for mental health. And I also choose to put a butterfly because butterfly is a symbol of hope and transformation. And since we're doing about mental health, I wanted to convey the message through my logo that there is still hope for students who are suffering with anxiety, depression, or any other mental health issues. And I also thought it was creative to put the awareness ribbon in the middle of the wings to make it look nice. And I also added our group slogan, which is actually mind over matter. And I've also included the quotes, which is there is hope even when your brain tells you there isn't. So for my poster, Shita, can you scroll down? So for my individual poster, I did a simple one where I included this picture of this student, and she's basically saying that she feels depressed and tired because there's too many assignments to do, which I'm sure every university student can relate to once in a while. But sometimes we have to remind ourselves that it's okay to rest and take a break when we feel tired. And I also feel like many students always prioritize their assignments and studies rather than their mental health. But sometimes when our mind is not okay, it can actually affect other areas in our life as well. And this is why we have to always put our mental health first before anything. And that's the message that I wanted to say in my poster. So this is why I put the words here, which is it's okay not to be okay, and always make your mental health a priority. So then as a group, as Shita mentioned, we created a storyboard on a website called storyboardthat.com. And it was also based on a university student's life where she feels depressed, but eventually her issue was resolved once she found the right friends and once she went for counseling. And the last weekly activity was to create our mental health campaign video where we all worked together and included our objective of the campaign, the details, solution, and many more points. So, sir, you can refer our slides and our video. And the online tool that I use for my individual logo and poster is Canva. And for the storyboard, we use this website called storyboardthat.com. And for the campaign video, we use Powtoon, which is an editing app. And so for the individual logo and poster, I had no issues, but I think our group mostly faced issue with the storyboard website and Powtoon also because we haven't used that website before. And another thing is because not everyone can log in to the Powtoon account that we are using. Like only one people can log in at one time. So we all basically, since it's a good group work, we all had to find a time outside of class where everyone is free. So sometimes we had to come early and sometimes we had to stay back also. So the storyboard editing was okay for me, but the most complicated one was Powtoon. But eventually I understood how to do it with the help of my teammates, and I eventually got my part done for the video. So that is our main issue actually with storyboard and Powtoon. And so after completing the task, I understood how to use some new tools because as I mentioned, we never use Powtoon and Storyboard. So I think we can actually in the future, if we have any presentations or any assignments, we can utilize the tools. So this is something new that I learned when I compared to other PEC, because mostly for any editing, we use Canva. So I think most of us are used to that. So I would say that it's a good thing that we had an exposure to new editing tools. So it can actually help us in the future, and I would say it would make our lives more easier. So that's all for my reflection. I'll pass it to the next person.
So, hi everyone, my name is Chewe, and I'm going to reflect my performance during this EEC 700 for weekly guide activities. So the tasks that were given are including the logo making, poster making, digital storyboard making, and the campaign project video. So for the first one is the logo. So as you can see here, this is my logo. And can you scroll down Cheetah for the poster? And this one is my poster for our project, which is the My Overall Matter. So I use the Canva editing tool to edit this poster and logo. And basically, the Canva tool is very common tool that everyone use, especially university students, to edit their work or their assignment. So it's a very familiar editing tool among the university student, plus it's very easy to use. So I don't really encounter any problem or any issue during the whole process editing this poster and logo. I'm using Canva tools, as I've been using it for the past few years. So next one, can you scroll down? So the next one will be the digital storyboard. So this is our first time creating and editing a digital storyboard by using this one website known as storyboard.com. It's very challenging for us as we are not really familiar with this tool. We spend like the whole first few hours of PEC class exploring this tool and learn how to use it. The problem that we encounter that we encounter while using this tool is that we realize that it's much more difficult to edit this storyboard by using smaller device like a phone or tablet. And it's much more easier if you can edit it on laptop and desktop, as you will have much more large screen and it will show all the available options or all the features in one screen. And it is also much easier to click or adjust the icon if you use a computer mouse rather than using your finger. And then this storyboard is easy to use as it provides many free features, but how to say it provides free feature, but if you like your feature to be more advanced, then you have to subscribe into premium account lah. So that's for this storyboard. Can you scroll down to the photo? So this is the last activity that we did for our PEC guide weekly activity, which is the animated video making. So for this task, we are required to design a photo clip for our campaign project, which is related to mental health. So this is the first time that we edit a video using this photo website. Basically, this website is free, but there's a limitation to it. For example, like free photo user can only edit video up to 3 minutes only, and there are few free templates, but it's really limited. And if you want to choose more, then you have to choose premium account. But one good thing about this video editing tool compared to other video editing tool is that you can actually add another editor to this photo website. So others member can actually help you edit the video together, but only when only one user can edit at one time. So I think that everyone can help with the video editing part without having to pass around the account. So it's very interesting experience using this photo editing video and this animated presentation slide, because everyone can help to create or to design the video by using this website. So I think that's all for my reflection. I'll pass to the next person, Shito.
Okay, so I'll begin with my reflection. So for my logo, okay, so like the first task was creating a logo that has to be based on the mental health, as we went and choose mental health as our main topic for our group. So the logo that I have created is a simple logo where this is like a picture of a like showing how important brain is has flowers. Like how we take care of flowers in the garden, that's how we have to take care of our brain. So it is very important to actually to take care of our brain. So I have created this like flower thing that shows like it is green color. Just as Carrie said, green actually emphasize mental health. Then I have put our mind over matter over here, and also this quote, you will smile back, because like you have to take care of your mental health so that you can able to smile back and talk to other people. Okay, for the next task was poster. So for the poster, I have created a simple poster which was like many people will actually shows like ways to prevent mental health and all. But I created on the mental health stigma, like what does it looks like? Like there's so many like people say stuff which they don't know it's actually affect the people's mental health, such as like as you can see, your mental health is just an excuse and all. But I have created like a link, I mean, account to anything like disturbs the mental health of you guys. Y'all can actually call us and all. Okay, so for the next one was storyboard. Okay, for the storyboard, okay, storyboard we did has a group. So like we planned as a group and created 12 panels, or you can call it a scenes where it should emphasize on mental health. So the storyboard was simple, which was about like a university student, a newly university student who is lonely and depressed because people make fun of her, such as her clothing and all. But she decided to suicide, but then she has a good friend which stops her and console her to go for counseling. So finally she realized on how important mental health is, and she became a whole new person. And then for the last activity that was conducted was Pautun. So Pautun is basically like we have to create awareness campaign that shows presentation clips, which was like a total new app for us because like we didn't use Pautun before. So we should like design and have an idea on what our campaign should look like, such as like the objective, solution, and many more. So the online IT tool that I used to complete all of these tasks, for the logo and poster, I have used Canva, which was convenient and I've already used to the app. However, the storyboard and also the Powtoon, storyboard we use the app called storyboard.com. But however, the Powtoon we use the Powtoon app, which was like a total new thing, a new app for us because we wasn't used to that app before. So there was no any problems that I encountered for the Canva. But however, for the storyboard and Powtoon, we had like several problems lah. Like I had some problems that occur while doing the task because like the storyboard was actually quite difficult to use at first. But however, like when we like try to know on how does it be, so it was actually easier. So the only bad thing the storyboard is that the storyboard app couldn't be shared to anyone. So therefore, like it was like a bit of a trouble for us because like we were in a group. So we have to like meet up and all. So that's how the solution for the problem is. As for the power tool, the only problem that I faced was adjusting the timing for each element. We have to adjust the time on how the text should be, how long or when you need the text to appear and all that, which was troublesome to everyone in our group. But the only good thing was it was able to only share to anyone, but only one person could like do it at a time. So therefore, the problem was actually solved by setting up the time for each members to use at home so that it'd be easier for them to edit their parts and all. Then after everyone has edited their parts, we as a group, like we went and set a time when everyone is free so that we could finalize the presentation clips by editing it. So online IT tool is actually very convenient to use as it helps us to submit our time on time. So I think that is all for my reflection on the overall task for my reflection activity. I'll pass it to the next person.
Okay, Mm. Hi, sir and friends. I'm Boon. Now I will start my reflection. Okay. For this individual project logo in the weekly activity, my task is to create a logo that based on the theme, which is related to the mental health, with the name of the title, Mind Over Mental. And the group name is about the yin and yang clan. So the purpose of my logo symbolize that the harmony, tranquility, peace in the mental health. So like the green color, like just now, like Carrie say, is it related to mental health that signify that a new life, new growth, and also the new beginning. Uh, so the two people with the brand, like the orange color and the blue color, means that the sharing of the feeling and also the thoughts with each other when having the problem. So the problem can be solved easily instead of like facing alone. That affecting the mental health when the problem are not overcome in the long term. So the frame of the logo can conjure certain ways like the thinking, feeling, and being in the people, and it is also known as the mental attitude or the mindset frame of mind or the positive mind frame. So for the next one about the poster. Okay, so for my individual project poster in this weekly activity, my task also create a poster based on my theme related to the mental health. So this poster is mainly like about the information of the supporting student mental health in order to help the student to minimize the mental health the risk by providing some screening tests. Like you guys can see from the right corner of the poster have the QR code as a, like the screening test. And so this content of this poster is about the identification skill and so the how to cope with the mental health the solution. So now we move to the group digital storyboard. So this activity is related to the story that related to mental health in order to create the awareness on the mental health. So my task mainly in this storyboard is to creating one of the part of the storyline of the main character, and it's actually interesting and challenging when I'm doing this task. So for the next one is a PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Okay, so for this PowerPoint presentation, the activity is about the mental health campaign. So same thing, my task contribute to the background of the mental health and also the statistic of the mental health in Malaysia in this PowerPoint presentation. Okay, now, okay, so for the individual project logo and project poster in this weekly activity, I'm using the Canva, but for the Python presentation, the online IT tools is Python, but for the storyboard, digital storyboard, the online IT tools is the storyboard.com website. So for the individual project logo and individual project poster and also the group digital storyboard, I actually didn't have any problem or issue during this activity while using the online IT tools. But for the group PowerPoint presentation, I'm actually having issue in technique of adjusting the time and also the motion of the slide due to the complex information and editing skill of these PowerPoint apps. So for the PowerPoint presentation, I able to solve the problems by watching on the tutorial of PowerPoint from YouTube. And my thought is I will start doing the PowerPoint presentation by using the Powder once I'm able to understand the concept and also the skill like editing the slide in this Powder. Besides, I also try to discuss and learn from my teammates while using the Powder, so we're able to cooperate each other to complete the task on time and without any problem. So after I have completed my task using this online IT tools in this weekly activity, okay, this online IT tools actually make me feel more interested in the information technology because the PhD 700 IT skill actually helped me a lot in the improvement of my IT skill effectively. As compared to the previous experience, I was not aware of the existence of some online IT tools such as the Python or the Storyboard. Okay. Besides, previously I'm also not that very good in designing, but once I go through this learning process, I actually learn a lot of the skill and techniques and even the knowledge on how to use the online IT tools when performing the task given. So for example, the skill that I can get from this learning process, actually I have the designing skills in Canva, editing skill in Python, the item making skill like making the storyline in the storyboard. So lastly, I would like to thanks again to my teammate and also lecturer from PEC 700 for helping me and guiding me in this PEC to make me have a improvement in my information technology skills. So I think that's all from me. Thank you. Now I'll pass to the next person to continue the reflection.
Okay, so hello, sir. My name is Wen Paul. So now I will be reflecting on the weekly activity that I have done in this subject. So actually, in this subject, as mentioned by my group member just now, we have done 4 weekly activity, which are logo, poster, storyboard, and also the cartoon. So the logo and poster making actually is individual, while for the storyboard and cartoon are group work, as mentioned by my group member also just now. So the logo and also poster design mainly is for our awareness campaign project, and however we have chosen the best logo for our project, and it has been published in our Instagram webpage. So as for the storyboard, the task is to create 6 panels per page for total 2 pages. Okay. While for the Powtoon, is actually a website that we are required to create a presentation clip to present our group awareness campaign ideas. So the online IT tool that I use for completing my logo and poster is Canva. So Shita can show the logo and poster. So it is actually a good editing tool, I mean the Canva, where it provides many features even in free version. So as for the storyboard task, we have done it using the online website IT tool to edit it, which the website is called the storyboard.com. So while for the awareness campaign project presentation clip is created by using the powtoon.com website. So I did not encounter any issues or problem during the activity, and also the online IT tool Canva and also the website. So this is because they are actually easy to use. But however, we do have a problem while using the Powtoon website, as the same problem faced by my friend just now. So especially the Powtoon, the video clip actually cannot be downloaded as it need to activate the premium account, and also another problem is there is actually less template available in the Powtoon website, and it also required to activate the premium premium account. Yeah, so the problem is solved when as we can attach the video clip link into our report and also submit the soft copy and hard copy also. So after complete the task, I feel like my IT skills has been improved as we are trained to use many different online IT tools. So that can be utilized to edit our poster and also other works. So this is very beneficial to us, which we will have more editing tool choices in the future when it is come to IT works, and before that we only know Canva can be used to complete our editing task. And then now we learn that got Powtoon and also the storyboard.com website. So to conclusion, in these weekly activities, I have learned on how to use the online IT tools to do the poster, logo, storyboard, and also the presentation clip. So I also learned many new online IT tools, like as I mentioned just now, in online. So I think that's all for my reflection. Thank you.
So that is all for our group. Thank you.